Square. Hey guys, how's it going? It's me, Josh Halter, owner and founder of The Biodude here in Houston, Texas. Guys, check out my website, thebiodude.com. Follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and of course subscribe to my YouTube channel. And today I have an empty 36 by 18 by 36 Exo Terra behind me, and I am redoing and building for my Chinese gliding frogs, giving them an upgrade. At the very bottom here, it's really hard to tell, but I have a one layer of SuperGrow in here, and then a straight, deep, dense layer of substrate that is 3 years old from the Chinese gliding frogs. That has a mixture of the isopods, earwigs, spiders, pretty much everything that is crawling, and then with some fresh Firma in there. What my expectation is, since these guys like to burrow, it'll hold all their tunnels and burrows, especially for winter season, as well as a drain effectively to make sure that, since they are so big and so messy, that when they spill their water dish, which they do all the time, it prevents my soil from becoming overclogged and developing an issue over time. So the first thing that I'm going to do, since I did add in new substrate, I am going to add in some more BioShot. And for those of you that aren't familiar, my BioShot is my bioactive supplement that encourages all the natural processes, utilizing mycorrhizal, archaea, as well as both a 4:4:4 NPK ratio, which helps provide essential macronutrients to your plants immediately when you plant your vivarium, so it makes your green thumb a little bit bigger, as well as giving you all the benefits of bio without the headache of keeping bugs alive, i.e. it's a really good way to get started in the bio, making the green thumb a little bit bigger, because that's what I do. So what I'm going to do next is just mix in the BioShot a little bit. There's so much stuff in here as far as... Alright, excellent. So, I see how the BioShot's all mixed in nicely. At the very top, I have a Reptisun fixture with an Arcadia Uvb bulb. I am using a 6%, and of course my 22-inch Tinkman Herbst LED. Being from China, Vietnam, these frogs like to have a mild basking spot around 85 degrees, as well as UVB. They're one of the few frogs that require UVB to maintain their health and longevity. And I will go into a little bit more about them soon. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to get my big trees out of the way. These guys like their vivariums to be open. As their name implies, I'll show you guys, they have webbing in between their fingers that allows them to glide to different surfaces. So it's important that I mimic that as much as possible, so don't make the terrarium too cramped for them. So the first tree that I'm going to use is one of my Neanthopalms, which I do sell these, and they do quite well in a terrarium. I'm going to get all the excess soil off. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to dig all the way down. I'm going to put this tree in the corner. And it's important that when you plant trees in your terrariums, that you provide deep soil, because trees and large terrarium plants have a very elaborate root system. That's very important that you provide enough surface area, aeration, and drainage for them to continue to thrive. So I got one of the Neanthes right there, and then I have one of my emerald gem Homalahomas, I believe they're called, or something like that. These are really easy to keep alive. They do good in somewhat higher humidity, but can handle drier periods. And I'm going to put this right up here in the front. Take that all the way down. There we go. Okay, not too bad. I also didn't mention about my Mist King. I have a total of 5 nozzles on here, 3 on this side, 2 on this side. Let's step back and take a look. I can deal. As far as biodegradables, I already have my AAA sphagnum moss mixed in to provide more surface food for the food, as well as to help provide aeration. Excuse me, and I will be adding leaf litter. But really, what I want to add next, since I do have such a hardy isopod and bug population, I am going to add in one of my CA Plus bones. And really what this is just straight calcium. Take a mallet to the bag, and this is how I sell it, right like this. You're going to open up the bag,
and you can put it near the plants. Plants love this stuff, and you can mix it in directly with the soil. Not only will it become a bacterial hotspot, as it breaks down, it'll provide food for your plants. It will also provide necessary food for your bugs as well. And your lizards, frogs won't, but lizards and tortoises and turtles readily eat this stuff. And if it does come in contact with your frog's skin, you do not have anything to worry about because it's just calcium. So, got that mixed in. I can deal. So, the most important, one thing to keep in mind with the species is they like to have a lot of water, and they're very messy with the water. So, when I am going to breed these guys, which I bred them last year, I'm going to be pulling them out of here and putting them into a homemade rain chamber, which I don't do very often for frogs. I usually try to keep everything internal, but just due to the sheer size and destructiveness of these guys, this is going to be the non-breeding setup. And then I'm going to put the big water dish. So this is one of my Exo Terra large water dishes. I just started carrying these. This is the biggest one, and you can see how large they are. And okay, so I think that's a decent place to start. Next is different woods. So you can see I have a bunch of different cork bark pieces over here. Now, like I said, these guys like it to be open, but still have places to perch. So I want to make sure that they get close to the UVB as possible. So I'm going to put that. You know what? I'm going to wait on this dish. It's going to be in my way. There we go. Like that. And then we got. So I got more lichen pieces. You guys know I like my cork bark. And I will be putting other types of wood in here as well. So this piece of ghost wood is from their original cage. You can see it's covered in insects. There's isopods all over it. That. Spiders, isopods. It just goes to show you how everything is thriving in here. Wait till you guys see the frogs. They're enormous. Now I'm gonna put this. Like that. So they got a place to perch here, 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 right under the UVB, plus here and here. Then I'm going to take another piece of ghost wood. So I like this piece. It has the branchiness that I was talking about before. Kicker does close. I like that. He looks pretty good. So the top is getting more filled up as I go. I need to work on here and here, leave this spot open for the water. So I do have a couple more cork pieces. So let's see here. Yeah, it's nice and branchy. Okay. Got a couple more pieces of cork and ghost wood that I want to utilize here. So this is another piece of ghost wood that is utilized in their tank, and you can see spiders. Stuff all over it. It's great. Love it. All right. So I think we're going to go that like this. I'm going to put this. And need something going across the back. 1 second. Let's see if I can put this in the back. Different. I can dig it. And then I'm gonna put, see it concern, actually, let's see if it closes. Negative. So that piece isn't gonna work. Put this back the way it was. I know what to use. Another silent video, guys. I'm in deep concentration. And here's more stuff from their cage. Just branches. So here's the resurrection ferns. Right here is the dried out versions of them. Okay, I like that there. Alright, let's see how we did here for being able to close. It's not bad, I can deal with that. So, pretty open up top, and you know what, that's really how it should be with these guys, big and open. So what I'm going to do is I am now going to put in the water dish. Here, I want this to be easily managed and reached because again, these guys are really, really dirty. But there we go. Okay. Then I got a little bit of something in front here. I'm gonna put, this is called an arrowhead vine, really easy to grow. And they grow in clumps, so if you want, you could break this plant up into 2 different plants. I'm not going to do that though. I'm going to dig it right here in the front. So we have, you know, good amount of ground cover, but a lot of open space at the top. Like I know I keep saying that, but I can't stress the importance of them being able to get out and do their thing. So in the last step, I'm going to add some leaf litter. Okay. Now, we give this a really, really solid mist, and then I'll talk about these guys and get them introduced. So my maintenance with this aquarium is it's going to go off. The Mist King's going to go off 45 seconds twice a day. Total of 5 nozzles, as well as their UVB being replaced every 8 months with a 12-hour LED cycle on and off for the live plants. And them, of course. And then, of course, a minor hotspot, which is going to be right up here, around 85 degrees. I will be filling their water dish up, and I will be putting a small piece of cork bark right into the water, right like this. And what that's going to do is it'll float, and because it'll float, crickets and other smaller animals won't drown in the water and dirty it as fast. So the next thing I'm going to do is get the bad boys set up in their new terrarium. So like I said, these guys are from China, Vietnam. They are pretty common there. However, they are quite hard to find in the United States. I did breed them last year and I was successful. However, I did lose all the tadpoles about 4 days after, and I think it was my water. Houston water is a little bit harder to treat, and it was a lot harder to find a good source for clean RO water and the massive amounts that I needed. So I have a big group. I purchased these from Shawn Harrington about 3.5 years ago. So first, here is one of the males. So they're very, very fast, and you can see they don't like to be messed with very often. And these guys get huge. Oh well. Oh no. So as you can see, what I was telling you guys, they go underneath and they will get away from you. Alright, so I got the female here, and you can see she's not happy. She's not happy at all. You can see the big web feet that they have, and they use it to glide where they want to go. Thank you, Brandon. So I got the other male escapee right here. There you go, guys. Woo! Here's another one of my girls right here. You can see the webbing in between their fingers. And these guys all get quite large, as you can see. The biggest girl that I want to share you guys is right here. Their call is quite loud, so if you do plan on getting them, you need to make sure that you provide them lots of UVB and a space that is far away from your bedroom, because they will keep you up at night, especially during breeding season. There's another male, and of course, final male. Now, what I love about these guys I mentioned is that they're foam breeders. So they lay their eggs in a foam nest above the water. The eggs then turn into tadpoles in the foam. Tadpoles eat away the foam, fall out into the water, and then begin their life cycle. I really do hope to breed them once I get my new warehouse, because then I'll be able to have viable space to actually raise a lot of the tree frogs that I breed. And again, guys, I really hope you enjoyed this video. My name's Josh Halter, owner and founder of the BioDude. I have a retail outlet store here in Houston, Monday through Friday, 8 to 4. Check me out on my website, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Do the VODs.